Imagine sitting at a table with your peers, and someone drops a quiet, calculated remark explicitly designed to cut you down. The person delivering it is leaning in, watching you closely. They are practically vibrating with a frantic, noisy energy, waiting for the spark to catch. They want a fight. Heart rate spikes. The immediate psychological instinct is to launch into motion, fire back. You aggressively explain yourself and forcefully prove them wrong. In that fraction of a second, the room feels suffocatingly small. Time compresses, and your body braces for an escalating conflict. But when you scramble to explain yourself, you are implicitly asking the other person to validate your version of reality. You are giving them the final vote on your character, which surrenders your power to the very person trying to take it. Observing the raw, unfiltered reality of power dynamics, Niccolo Machiavelli recognized this exact vulnerability. He saw that emotional reactivity is a structural weakness. To understand why, you have to look at the psychological frame. An insult is an invitation to step inside the aggressor's reality. When you offer a frantic defense, their frame swallows you. You validate their authority to question you. Once locked in that boundary, the actual words you use no longer matter. You've taken the bait, and structurally, the battle is lost. Winning a rigged game requires a different approach. You pivot away from the noise and execute an absolute, chilling withdrawal of your reaction. Rewind to the exact moment of the insult. This time, instead of scrambling for a comeback, you hold your tongue. You execute strategic detachment, and you simply meet their gaze without a word. The frantic energy in the room hits a wall. Your unshakable silence anchors you, projecting a heavy, quiet presence that pulls the gravity of the space toward you. Watch the provocateur. Their smirk fades. They shift in their seat. Their verbal attack was designed to hit a target, and instead, it is left hanging awkwardly in the open air. It is an economic principle applied to behavior. Words that are agreeable and constantly available hold zero value. When you strictly withhold your reaction, your restraint becomes scarce and therefore possesses immense gravity. This silence functions as an offensive weapon. It strips the aggressor of their control and derails the expected loop of confrontation. Human beings possess a deep-seated hatred for psychological vacuums. We are naturally inclined to fill dead air, to make ourselves comfortable. This chart shows the standard path of an argument. An attack usually triggers a defense, but when aggression hits a void, the energy has nowhere to go. It rebounds. Deprived of a reaction, the aggressor's brain panics, forced to fill that silence internally. They wonder what you know that they don't. In that quiet restraint, they begin projecting their own hidden paranoias and insecurities onto your silence. You haven't lifted a finger. The total absence of a reaction forces the provocateur to defeat themselves, using the weight of their own psychological baggage. Look at the room now. The power dynamic has shifted. The person who launched the attack is the one left feeling exposed, while the person who stayed quiet holds the attention. You command respect because you have stopped being predictable. You have cultivated an aura of mystery, making it difficult for others to gauge or manipulate your next move. Machiavelli noted that people judge largely from appearances. By simply projecting the appearance of silent restraint, you manufacture a deeply rooted, real influence over those around you. Those who are constantly reactive become invisible. It is the controlled enigma, the person who watches more than they speak, who commands the space. These isolated moments reflect a broader law of human nature. The world treats you based on the behaviors you are willing to tolerate. Every time you shrink your boundaries to keep the peace, you surrender a piece of your personal sovereignty. You trade your dignity for temporary comfort. True respect begins the precise moment you stop negotiating your worth. You must stop placing your value on the table and completely refuse to perform for anyone else's approval. You do not wait for respect to be granted. You act, quietly and absolutely, as if you already possess it. Stand up, speak less, utilize the weight of silence, and reclaim a presence that others can no longer easily dismiss.